welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a flip through of some of the journals that I've just made for my shop. I used to make list journals for gratitude, listing, 30 days of list, lister's got a list, but I really just don't do those anymore. If I'm gonna do gratitude, I just do it in a journal. I don't need a listing journal. So I've turned all of my list journals into just regular journals and art journals. And so they all have pretty much the same format. There's differences in the scrapbook paper and some of the art pages and the ephemera. But other than that, they all have the same format. So what I do is I'll pick random vintage images from the book or other books, you know, just as a little bit of, you know, some fun stuff to add to your pages. And in this, I'll usually put a library pocket, random bits of scrapbook paper, and in these small envelopes, I'll put some nice ephemera. So usually in these, there'll be these little tabs that you can put at the top of your pages. I love using those. Those are so much fun. Smaller, fun, vintage images, usually a playing card, various punch outs or die cuts, and these tickets, they're just kind of fun just to throw here and there. A few postage stamps, more smaller images, and a few punch outs. Just kind of some filler, some fun stuff to play with when you get your journal. They kind of come self-contained to where you could just, when you get them in the door, you can start having fun with them. And I use vintage book pages from my children's books and cute paper and painted pages. So these are, I take watercolor paper or mixed media paper and I'll paint them and then I'll stamp them with some contrast, and then you can just collage right over them with lots of fun colors. So what I've been doing is I'll do art page, scrapbook, book page, scrapbook, and just kind of going through in that kind of fashion. I've been putting envelopes in them too, because sometimes I want to journal and keep it kind of private. So I'll go ahead and put it in the envelope and it's there for safekeeping. Another painted page. These are fun. So this is a paint sample or paint chip. Not quite sure what they call them. And inside each one, I'll put this. It's a library catalog card from old school library card holders with those drawers. But on the inside, I'll tape a pretty paper just for some contrast. So that's kind of fun. You can journal on the back of these. They're blank. So. And then because it's stitched and I just didn't like the way it looked, it was kind of rough. So on each one on the backs, I put some washi tape and it looks kind of fun. You can just collage over that. More painted pages, more scrapbook, and here's this, believe it or not, is actually gray. That's double-sided. All of the scrapbook paper that I use in my journals is double-sided because the white's just kind of boring for me. So another pocket page with more ephemera, another library card, a little tag, another small envelope if you want to use that for some journaling, and then just a card a little tag I made out of some painted pages. And then another tab for the top of your page. Love those. And then that's about it. There's 20 pages in all, which means double-sided, which turns out to be 4 pages. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to flip through some of my other journals just to, you know, to show you the differences in all of them. And I'll just play some music over the flip through and then maybe get back with you at the very end. On this one I put a little pocket on the inside just because I wanted to see if I liked it or not. I'm still the jury's out on that. I'm not sure I like doing that, so I tried it. I love this, how this all the pastels with the pretty spring here. Love that. So as you can see, some of these are pretty colorful. Some of them I made were a little bit more muted. This one I think is one of my favorites. This one's going to be tough to let go of because I really, really like this one. So they're $25 each in my shop, which there's a lot of time and effort that goes into these. So I realize that I price these what I would pay for them. I make them the way I would use them. That's just kind of my rule of thumb when it comes to making and pricing my journals. A lot of people have mentioned that they kind of have a hard time wanting to collage over my painting, but it's something that I do all the time, and it just makes the page look so different when you go ahead and collage over this and then you paint over it again, or you do all kinds of fun stuff with it. So never be afraid to collage over any of these painted pages. It's actually really, really fun. And sometimes if you use tissue paper, you can see some of the painting underneath. There's lots of different ways of making it work for you. With the images, sometimes they're kind of large and people kind of shy away from wanting to cover up some of these really cute illustrations, but you can always just go over this with a piece of paper or some gesso, paint over it, write over it, put something up in this area. There's lots of different ways of making it work. I like those pages. They're kind of challenging, and that's sometimes what we need. It's a little bit of challenging art time. I love this one. Oh. This is so much fun. So much pink. I love it. This would be difficult for me to want to work off of, you know, to cover up, but I think that I would use this up here for something is what I would do. And do maybe some journaling or just some collage. See, there's lots of opportunities here with all these words. Sometimes you can just paint over the part you don't want, maybe leave a couple of words showing just to kind of say something different. Oh, that's it. So that's 5 here, but I've also got 3 more in my shop. I'm going to put a link down at the bottom so you can go straight to my shop, and I'll go ahead and I'm going to be putting a coupon code. I think it's customer fave. I'll be writing it out and making a link down at the bottom of the video. So thank you so much for showing up, and have a great day, and I hope you visit my shop.